When we first bring the life-changing message of Jesus Christ into an area, what we long to see is not just an isolated believer here, an isolated believer there, but we want to see communities be built. A community of faith where believers are doing life together, where they're serving one another and helping one another and loving one another. But we're not talking about just a worship service or a small group or a Bible study. What we're really talking about is building missional communities. A missional community is when believers who are Spirit-led, Spirit-filled, radically reorient their lives for the purpose of making disciples of a particular people group or an area that's not yet reached with the gospel. There's a gospel gap there. Here's the truth. In Tanzania, there are 156 different people groups in Tanzania. Conservatively, 25% of those people groups are not yet reached with the gospel. That represents 9 million people who go to bed at night and don't have someone close to them that has love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, and self-control. They don't have the forgiveness that Jesus Christ offers. And more importantly, they don't have eternal life. I was at a church out of Mashono, which is close here to Arusha, this past Sunday. After I preached the message of the mission that God has given us as believers, that pastor said, "I've never heard this before. We don't have this being preached. Prosperity, deliverance is being preached in Tanzania, but the truth of the Great Commission isn't being taught here." That's what Go To Nations is doing here this week in Arusha, is that we're helping connect the churches to their calling. We're helping churches to realize that there's a mission outside and beyond themselves. I'm here to help the church get connected with their mission.